Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It says it's starting. This is where I always get hung up because it says live video is starting. Yes. And we are live. And I love me some Brian. Is he not fabulous? Whatever he has this morning, I want that coffee. That's what I want. However, it's going to be a really great day. He's right. You know? Yes, right. And I really don't pay him to say that really nice stuff. But we are here. How are you all doing this morning? Oh, hi, it's me. Yeah, I know, right? I want whatever Brian has. I'm telling you, I want whatever Brian has. My screen's a little wackadoodle today. It's chilly. It's a Saturday. I've got my sweatshirt on. We're going to get comfy. We are going to hang out. Bear with me for just a minute until we can see where I'm at. Hope I'm on the right place, people. I'm reloading. There we are. And you're live with me. Yay. Isn't that fun? Turn it around, Tanya. Turn it around. So, there's Dolores and Marilyn, and I know y'all hate it. Carol and holy cat. Hi. Oh my God, my Miss Patty. How is my Miss Patty? Anyway, hang on. Just bear with me, guys, because I gotta get this in a certain way so that I can see the comments coming through so I can respond. And we got time this morning. We are going to have us a good time today. So I have, we really do. You have me for 90 minutes, and that's good because we have a lot of coloring today. Let's see, we have Minneapolis. Oh my gosh. So Sherry West it is 7 o'clock Cali time. I think it's 7 Cali time. Yep. Rancho Mirage. Let's get our craft on. I'm telling you, whatever Brian had, that's what I want. I've got my coffee. Death before decaf. Can you guys see that? Mm-hmm. La. Yes. I'm going to show you guys our brand new release. It is so much fun. We're going to do 3 cards, lots of coloring and fun stuff like that. And let's get started. What do you think? Let's see. Oh, the cats are fighting this morning, so you may hear that every once in a while. It's a zoo around here, you know, but hey, I love it. Let's see. Specials. Okay, somebody is going to win 2. Let's see. The first pack, I believe, is the new Riley clear set in the dies. And then somebody else is going to win the woodpeckers and the dies. And then I'm going to give away all the cards that I make today, too. And you get in the drawing just by commenting. So comment. A lot. Just keep commenting. All right. Let's see. Where are we at? Minnesota, Idaho. Yeah, it's chilly. It is chilly. Illinois. Yeah, went on a cruise. Let me get my stuff out here. I'll tell you about it just came back last week from a cruise down south. Went to Little Mexico. It was beautiful. Sun's nice and hot there. Got a great tan. Love it. You couldn't tell. Look at this light. It's like, I really do need to fix the lighting. But would you like to start taking a look at the new release? Let's do it. What do you say? All right. It's freaking cold. Marjorie says, it's freaking cold. Now, I've got my sweatshirt on. Get your jammy pants on. Nobody will see them. Grab your favorite beverage and let's get our craft on. All right. Let's start this morning, okay, with the new Funny Bones. In case you have been living under a rock, I'm going to show you the Funny Bones and I'll show you some samples. Okay. This one. When your car seat butt warmers are more about lower back pain than keeping you warm. Yes. The 80s. So many memories. So little evidence. True story. Right? True story. Thank goodness. Woohoo! We've reached the age where we're in between everything annoys the crap out of us and we don't give a rat's beep. Just in case there are kids in the room. Yes. And you'll understand this one in a moment. I used to be cool, and now I'm just my dog's snack dealer. Nothing is more close to the truth than that around here. Nothing, I'm telling you. I've never been held hostage, but I have been I have been in a group text. Also true. Yes. Remember when you could lay in one position for hours? Now you have to rotate like a rotisserie chicken every 15 minutes or your hip hurts. Yes. Alright. There's nothing more let's start over again. There's nothing quite as painful as suppressing a much needed eye roll. Also very true. Okay. How do I like my coffee? Handed to me. Duh. Yeah. Did a cartwheel the other day, thinking it was like riding a bike. Yeah, no, it's not. I love this one. Life hack. Allow yourself 8 to 12 hours of alone time every morning to prepare for the day. Yes. Sometimes I just have to turn off the news and put on a serial killer documentary so I can relax. Is that the truth these days? Yes, it is. And this is also the truth. Cleaning my craft room is like shopping all over again. True story, right? If I shenan once, I'll shenan again. Here's to another year closer to Velcro shoes. I may or may not have had a pair of Velcro sandals on the cruise. I feel like I need something from Amazon. Sorry, guys, I need to pull up my sleeves. I feel like I need something from Amazon. I just don't know what it is. Know that feeling too, don't you? Today I completed a task I've been putting off for months. It took 15 minutes. I will learn nothing from this. True story, right? These are right on the money this time. You guys want to see some samples from my brilliant, brilliant design team? Yes, we've got new members. They're doing amazing stuff. Now you might, so you might get a little sneak of some of the new Claire stuff. Yep. Remember when you could lay in one position for hours? Now you have to rotate like a rotisserie chicken. And it is a true story, right? No matter how expensive the bed is that you buy, right? I had Velcro tinnies years ago, like back in the 80s, the late 80s. They were high tops with Velcro shoes. They were absolutely fabulous shoes. They tied, but they also had Velcro around the top. I loved them. I wish I still had them. I wish I could find them. I did a cartwheel the other day, thinking it was like riding a bike. It's not. Oh, the Velcro shoes comment. Yes, I squirreled, but I was reading the comments while I was going along. Wow, that was random, wasn't it? I love the little flower. These are so cute. I do believe my Dolores and Kelly did that one. Who did the first one? Dolores and Kelly. There's nothing quite as painful as suppressing a much needed eye roll. I'm horrible about this. It shows up out of nowhere and I just do an eye roll. This is our latest little dog. Is he not cute? And a little add-on frame. You guys are gonna love this. I put all of Dolores and Kelly's up front, apparently. And I couldn't choose, so I did both of them. Look at her. She's got her little pink chain on and her little pink bows and her little matcha coffee. He's laughing at her. When your car seat butt warmers are more about lower back pain than keeping you warm. Yep. And it's true. It's so true. Miss Kelly and Dolores, I think, this was Tia's. I'm so sorry. This was Tia. Look at how beautifully she colored that. Chain link. What's the chain link frame? What? Here's another. Used to be cool. Now my dog's snack dealer. Look at this. It's a shaker card with little dog bones and hearts in it. Feel like I need something from Amazon. I just don't know what it is. This is Miss Tia's too. I did not spread these out, but I promise I included everybody, I think. Look at the little boxes. Boxes of bones. Oh, boxes of monkeys. Yeah. Oh, look at her. Pennies in. Sometimes sorry, this is a stand-up. Hard to do when you're like this. Sometimes I just need to turn off the news and put on a serial killer documentary so I can relax. Yep. I believe that's Miss Tia as well. And Luciana. If I shenan once, you guys know me. I'll shenan again. Little snap. Isn't this fabulous? Yes. I love these cards. I think they're so cute. And that is Miss Tia. I really hope... I apologize. Oh no, we've got way more cards. Cleaning my craft room was like shopping all over again. I love how she took the craft dress up set. Okay. And look at this. All of these are in that craft dress up set. Raise your hand if you have more than one electronic die cutting machine. Yeah. Or pairs of scissors. Or yeah, isn't that cute? Cleaning my craft room. Same thing. Look at that. And I love how they use this. This is from Eat, Sleep, Craft, or Eat, Sleep, Craft, Repeat die. That's what it's from. Adorbs. All right. That was Miss Tia. Tia, I think I got all yours, honey. Yours and Dolores's all up front. Luciana's was in there. How do I like my coffee? Duh. I love this. She used the Cook. I know that's not what that's called. Funny Bones lady. Sunglasses on the red cute. She had the little hat and turned it into a purse. And there we go in. Hand it to me. Yeah. Hello. And that's my size coffee cup. Yes. This is the most creative card. Okay. Let's see. Oh, those were Luciana's and Tia's. Sorry. All right. Today's vibe. This is a cell phone, you guys. This is a cell phone. And these are texts. Today's vibe. I've never been held hostage, but I have been in a group text. Ha ha. The little emojis. Is that so incredible? I have a Cricut I've never used too. Wendy, seriously. 2 of them. I'm not kidding you. And the same thing here. Look at this. Tia. Hilarious. Love it. I love it. These are all dress-up characters. You guys, all the dress-up characters. And this is from the little professional sets. Great, huh? Okay. Love it. Love this, love this, love this, love this. So many memories, so little evidence. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Pointing Paula. Thank you, Karina. I am telling you, so glad there were no cell phones. They were just coming about, but they did not have cameras. Thank goodness. I'm safe. Safe. Kids these days have no idea. Okay. Velcro shoes. Is this the coolest card? Little eyelets for shoelaces. Love this. And so easy to do. Look at that. So easy to do. And you can make it any color. All right. Life hack. This is from the window set. You guys might remember that from last time. 12 hours of alone time. That's what I would like. 12 hours of alone time. I love how she put the sun in the nice daylight and then sleepy. And finally, one more 80s card. The dress-up characters. Love these so much. Love them. Glow sticks. Remember those? Okay. Those were your funny bones. Now, we're going to tackle... Hold on a sec. I'll just grab them all. Ta-da! Look at this. All right. So we have 6 new clear sets. 2 of them are frames. You're going to love them. I love them. This is not going to work. Okay. Nope. Dang it. Because they're going to fall over on me. Okay. It's hot chocolate season. Today's vibe. Look at that. When I tell you it's made with love, I mean, I licked the spoon and I kept using it. This is RCLR 2012, one of our new sets. In a little, this can be cocoa, whipped cream, whatever you want it to be, a little malted shake, and coffee. And here's the stamp sets. and the matching die to go with it. Yay! So that's one. That is the Riley, and we brought out a new cut-ups die to go with it. So check out these samples. You guys are going to love these. Love them. There we go. Isn't that beautiful? I just love the purple. That is from Miss Jeannie. She is one of our new designers. So sorry. I believe this is Rebecca's. It is. She's another one of our new designers. I love these clear sets. I'm so loving these clear sets. These girls can color. All of my girls can color. All of them. Look at that. Hot chocolate season. And today it kind of feels like it, doesn't it? Yes. How do I like my coffee? Well, duh. Hand it to me. This is how I would like to be. I would just like to float in a cup of coffee all day. He's in a little floaty. So this is a coffee cup, and he's on a little a ring floaty thing. Isn't that cute? Love it. I love snow. This is a Funny Bones that we've released previously. Especially through a window while I'm under a blanket drinking hot chocolates. So adorable. This is Tia's. Isn't this cute? I love that so much. And there's crystal lacquer on the glass. I believe this is Dolores's, yes, and Kelly's. This card uses our sunburst background as a background, but not a sunburst. I love this. So creative. And it's a strawberry shake with the word. Love it. Miss Luciana. This is Miss Jeannie's. Isn't this cute? You guys, these cards are so easy to make. Look at that. They're so simple, but the elements work so well. Simple to make. This is an old sentiment too. I cleared out the space in the freezer. Sounds so much more productive than I polished off another pint of ice cream. Oh, it does? Oh, the teacup could be used for a Disney ride. That. And finally, it's hot chocolate season. Look at those. I love the backgrounds that Luciana does. That spattered paint on here with our arched, stacked arches. So that is the Yum and the Riley. Sorry guys, that's a lot of samples, but I just couldn't not show you all of them. This one is one of my favorites. Isn't he cute? Little woodpecker. It's a little descendant of Woody, the woodpecker. Isn't this guy adorable? Dustin nailed it on this little guy. I'm just pecking in on you. Stress less, not more. Completely my new saying. Stress less, not more. Everybody say it with me together. Ready? Stress less, not more. So that is our new woodpecker. Here's the stamp sets. You get an extra little piece of wood that he can stand on. And there's, of course, your dies. But wait, there's more. I came out with a new frame for you guys, and it's a wood frame. Isn't this amazing? Look at that. Fun. It's perfect for scrapbook pages, for cards. You can use it for anything. Look at that. Pop-ups are great. You can put a little frame behind it and use it as a pop-up. Stick it in a frame. Ready for the samples? They're ridiculous. I'm just pecking in on you. Isn't that cute? I love it. I believe that is Rebecca's. Stress less, not more. I'm going to show you guys how to color this today too, I think. I believe so. I hope so. And another version with clouds in the back. I love this so much. And if you notice, you don't have to look at all the different ways that you can color this woodpecker. So this is how I did mine. That's how Dustin did his. And look, you can go all red, and it can be a cardinal maybe. Beak might be a bit big, but we're not going to say anything. That, all these different ways. I'm just pecking in on you. Love it so much. Okay, next up we have our newest dog. It's a Doberman. I love Dobermans. They are so intelligent and so pretty. All right. We have this guy and this guy. Duh. No. Okay. Stamp set. Look at that. And the dies, of course. But also, there's a new frame. Look at this chain link frame. How fun is this? Right? Love it. Okay. So, very simple cards like this. I love them. They're very simple, right? You don't have to have a million pieces. It's just simple. Love this card. That's by Miss Jeannie. Ha 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 ha. Not sure? You can make it for anything. You can put a funny bone saying on the inside, right? Yeah. And again, no. No. And you can put a saying on the inside. You could say, no, you can't be 60. You must only be 49. Right? Okay, you don't have to use the frame as a frame. You can use it as a border. Love this. Love how Rebecca does these. Just amazing. 4 out of 5 people get their money in their birthday cards. Happy birthday, number 5. She used the ha ha ha, and after she blended it, she stamps the ha 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 and then embosses it with clear. I hope you guys can see that. All right, look at this. Friday the 13th is still better than Monday the whatever. Duh. Love them, putting them together. Love them. And finally, okay, I saved the funniest for the last. You guys are going to get a kick out of that. You ready? Are you ready? It's my little rats. It's the little rat pack. I love them so much. All right. Oh, rats. This is a separate stamp. I missed your birthday. Also a separate stamp. I missed your anniversary. So there's 3 different cards right there. If my mouth doesn't say it, my face definitely will. And sometimes I question my sanity. Occasionally, it replies. Here's your stamps. Aren't they ridiculous? I love these guys. Everything about this is like a Tanya set. This is the Tanya set. So I'm usually doing this. Sometimes I'm doing this. And yeah, sometimes I do this too, right? So of course there's your dies. But wait, we have a cut-ups that's oh rats. Yep. It's got a background and the words. Look at these, you guys. Oh, my girls nailed it this time. All right. Oh, rats. I missed your birthday. How much fun. That's Luciana's. And look at the, I love it when they use the brick road backgrounds. So much fun. Mike. Hi, Mike. Oh, rats. Look at how simple this card is. You can make a quick card because once you get the set, you know what you're going to do, right? You're going to color and then you're going to put it aside. So all you have to do is color copy first, right? You guys, my battery is low. I have got to, bear with me a second. I don't know why. It must have came out of the power source. I'm not sure why. Hang on. Hang on, bear with me or I'm going to lose you completely. Sorry for the delay. Alright, I know it's plugged in. I know it's plugged in. I know it's plugged in. And it's not working. And I do not know why, you guys. I do not know why. Okay, we're going to change this over and go directly into this port. Oh, we're good. Okay, phew. Because when it shuts down, and I was going to lose you, and I completely apologize for that. I'm sorry, Brian. Okay, back to our cards. Thank goodness. Phew. All right, very simple. You're going to color copy this. Remember, you're just going to cut those out, put them on a card. Love this. Very simple. Another. Very simple. Oh, rats. I missed your birthday. You can color these with any color of marker if you color them with white, right? Okay? But you don't have to use the rats, do you? No. I did a cartwheel the other day thinking it was like riding a bike. It's not. Cute, huh? Love it. And sometimes I question my sanity. Occasionally it replies. Nice job, Jeannie. Love this. I found the key to happiness. Stay away from idiots. I know. Tia. Ha 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 ha. Congratulations on being born a long beep time ago. Same thing. Do your blending backgrounds. Stamp with clear. Yeah. And I've already shown you that one. So that is our new release. So thank you for bearing with me with all of that. Phew, I feel like I have escaped a catastrophe here. So now, let me show you 3 more really cool samples. For those of you that bought the kit, they are completely sold out. They sold out last night. We are going to make this guy today, and we are going to color. We are going to color. You guys are going to love this today. So here is our Stress Last Nap More. Fun. Okay, I'm going to show you how to do this one. And here's Boomer. We're going to do a fun little fold-out card with Boomer. These are so simple. The cards are very easy, so there's more time to color. Look at this. Oh, there's Cake. Uh-huh. How many of you guys have dogs? And that's what they look like. They hear that noise, don't they? All right. Now, for the specials, you guys just saw all the funny bones, okay? The new release before I moved on a little bit. Thank you for Karina for reminding me. So if you can't decide what you want out of all the cool stuff I just showed you, you can get it all. And there's a nice discount for that. You can buy all the funny bones if you like, just in one pack. Or you can buy all the clear sets as a pack and save money with that too. So keep that in mind. Now here's the kit that we are going to be working on. This kit was so much fun this month. All right. In the kits we have, of course, the photo. We have each one, and this is how every one of our kits are. Okay? Every single one of our kits are like this. They are separated into the card themselves. All right? You have the photograph, so you can follow along with the photograph. If you're like me, I don't like instructions. Maybe I'm kind of rebellious. I don't know. I don't like instructions. And so I go by photographs a lot. So that's how those are. This month also, every month, has a paper pack. This one is the gingham, which is so generic and so useful. It's fabulous. You have this little card in case you want to reach me and you don't know how. Don't throw this away unless you have a few of them. If you have a few of them, pass them out to your friends. Jeez. Then you also save them. For all of you guys that have like stacks of those green cards, just take them to your next crop and put them in people's little spots. Double dog there. Anyway, so you also get a March 2026 card kit with all the instructions, just like this. I break them down in case you like to read. Okay? And without further ado, let's make a card. What you want? Let's do Boomer first. Let's do the Boomer one first, because it looks hard, but it's really not. Alrighty, you ready? You ready? Okay. So we're going to take this one. And normally what I do, and for commenting, somebody is going to get this card in the mail. Fun, huh? Yes. So everything in the kits are pre-cut as well. Just like that. They're pre-cut, pre-stamped, everything. So you just open them up, color, and put them together. So now I'm going to take this card, and just like the instructions say, okay, I am going to fold this over this way on the fold, and then I'm going to fold it back. Just like that. We're going to make a Z. Okay? A Z. A Z. Sorry. Okay, on the smaller one, we're going to do the exact same thing. We're going to fold it over, and we're going to fold it back. And now, for crying out loud, and now we are going to grab our favorite glue, which is what? Yes, zip dry. All right. I know you guys probably can't hear it, but there is an Alexa notification going off in the background at my house. And we thought we had it shut off, but we don't, so that's all I hear in my ear. It's making me a bit scattered. Anyway, so we're going to take our zip dry, just put it around the edge. All right, and we're just going to start filling in where they go according to the sizes in the photograph. Okay, super easy. Now, if you do not know about zip dry, or if you do not have zip dry, you need zip dry. Everybody on the cruise is like, I think I converted probably 75% of them to zip dry. Fabulous stuff. Zip dry is like rubber cement in a bottle, high grade rubber cement in a bottle. All you have to do is go along the outside. You notice I'm not doing this because I don't need to. It will lock down the edges once it's sealed and it does not bubble. But if I drop it, if you did that with white glue or you did that with a tape runner, okay, you're going to have a problem because you're either going to tear this piece of paper or you're going to tear this one. With zip dry, watch this. It comes right back off. It lets you put it on. You can reposition it, move it around for about 30 seconds is about all you have. Christine, you've never used zip dry? You are so missing it. If the glue comes out along the edge, all you have to do is rub it off. I know. Me, scattered? No. What? Huh? Squirrel? So we're going to do this again. I'm going to show you again. For little spaces like this, there's only an eighth of an inch edge. So I'm going to put it around the edge, just lay it on here, and even if it's not really perfectly square, I'm going to move it while it's on the paper. Okay? And now I have completely square, completely level pieces, right? For the most part. Let me go drop this guy down just a teeny weeny bit. All right, so this one's done. All right, we're going to go on. We're going to grab our second piece of paper like this. We're going to do the exact same thing. And do that. And while I'm doing this, I'll give you a question. Convert. Denise said she's a convert. Hashtag convert. It's absolutely a must. New stamp. Great idea. Me scattered? No way. No, I'm not scattered. I just squirrel. I have lots of things going on in my head at one time. Especially like this silly little thing that's going da-da, da-da. If you have an Alexa, you know what I mean. Right? But I have a question for you guys while I'm doing this. Okay? How many of you guys have ever been on a cruise? And if you have, would you go back and do another one? Uh-huh. Been on a cruise? Yes or no? Go back and do another one? Yes or no? All right, so there we have this. And we have this. So what we are going to do, this is super easy. We're going to just center this one right in the middle of that. See that? Perfectly centered. So we're going to put glue here. All right. You guys can get these folded cards pre-folded like this. In your instructions, I listed where you can get them from. If they're from the paper cuts. All right. And that's, so now what we're going to do is we've got this down. We're going to open this and we're just going to put glue along this edge only, because I'm going to fold this in and this is going over here. So you do not want glue in here. You don't want it to stick to itself, right? And you can put a little on here if you like, but we're just going to fold that right over. It's as easy as it is. Leaving in less than 30 days for a 15-night cruise through the Panama Canal. Okay, if you've been on a cruise and you love them, what cruise line is your favorites? I just saw a comment that said something about getting seasick. You really don't. If you're on a very big ship, you can feel it kind of move, but I get seasick on smaller boats. Like if you go out deep sea fishing, yeah, never again, ever in my life will I do that. But on the bigger cruises, you take put a little Dramamine tab behind your ears and you're pretty good. But we had 5,500 people with us on this cruise. Yes. 5,500 passengers and 2,500 employees. It was a bit much. It was a Royal Caribbean cruise. I've been on one before. I absolutely loved it. This one, I will never, ever, ever go on another cruise ship that big again. No. Did I have fun? Absolutely. I had a blast. I really did. It was fun. Ports of call were great. Our crafty cruise. Oh my gosh, we had so much fun. All right. But woo, that's a lot of people. Okay, so all I've done here is you just put your circle on your circle, really easy. I'm just going to put my sentiment on my sentiment. I might try a Viking, maybe on a Viking cruise to go to like Alaska or something like that. I heard it's absolutely magnificent. Maybe to Scotland and stuff, but whoo. But the staff on Royal Caribbean, I will tell you, absolutely fabulous, fabulous, fabulous human beings and staff on Royal Caribbean. Every single person you see has a big old smile on their face. But 8 days on a cruise ship is just about 4 days too many for me. Anyway, all right. So now we have Boomer. We have the bones. Let's do some coloring. So on the 3 bones, all I'm going to do, okay, all I want to do is go along the edge. Just the bottom edge like this. Just give it a little bit of a shadow. And it's going to fade a bit. And I'm just using my C3. That's all. You can use C2, C1, whatever. And I'm just going to glue these in each corner. All right. Scrap and Savvy out of Texas put this cruise on. The gorgeous, lovely Carrie Allen. She is amazing. For those of you that love in Texas, I'm telling you, you need to go to her store. She's really fabulous. But she did a magnificent job with this crafty line. And sorry, my ducks. Okay, do you know where my ducks are? Oh, I squirreled again. See, stop talking to me. No, really, don't stop talking to me. But anyway, I squirreled again. But the cruise was fabulous. Cruises are all about ducks. Kathy is referring to a specific duck that I packed in a box that I had shipped here, and it was supposed to be here 3 days ago, and it's not. Yes, it's not here yet. And I was going to show you, but the cruise theme for the Crafty Cruise was Wicked. It's a wicked, awesome cruise. And Carrie showed up. You guys, seriously, you have got to go to, I'll upload my photos too, but she pulled this cruise off like I have never seen anybody do an event. She, of course, dressed up like Galinda, and Michelle was her sidekick, I guess I should say. And she was Elphaba. I was the Wizard of Oz, and Karen was the instructor. Okay? I'm telling you. So much fun. So much fun. And ducks everywhere. And there is one specific duck that resembles me so much, it's ridiculous. And she gave it to me. And I was really hoping that I would have it to show, but I do not. But you'll see it next time, I promise. Okay, I'm going to show you something from the cruise here in a little bit, and I think I'm going to give it away. to a random person, but I could not advertise it. I'll show you now what happened. What happened with the Grimmery? I was hoping I would have that to show you too. But since it was, for those of you that like Wicked, right? I made everybody on the cruise one of these sets. Isn't that amazing? Yes, we don't sell these. We don't sell these yet. I don't think we will, but I'm going to give this away today. So, Miss Karina, okay, write that down. Yes, I made a Grimmery. And I will show you guys pictures, and I'm going to make kits, and I will do a video, and it turned out absolutely magnificent. All right, let's color Boomer here. So with a little beagle dog, he is going to have, I'm going to do my light first, okay? And I'm just going to put a little on his snout. And I'm going to put a little color down in here. And this is E51 for those of you guys that might be coloring along with me. Okay, and let's see. I'm just going to give him a whole nice layer of this light color. And then we can decide where we want to put it later. Okay. Let's see, we'll do just the tops. Well, let's just do it all. Let's just do it all except for his eyes. All right. Okay, so he has got his base coat now. Okay. Copic packs for the new guys. And we do have a Copic pack for Riley. That's a good question. Denise just asked a question. Are you considering, or would you consider, Copic packs for the new guys? All right. Riley has a Copic pack, okay? 33, 35, 37. Those are the colors that or 47, I'm sorry. It's not 37, it's 47 that we use for Riley. In this instance, I pulled 37 because I'm using it for Boomer. But those for Riley are out there, and I use that for a lot of the brown stuff. I'm not sure. Maybe the grays for the, I don't know. That's a good question. Okay. Now, I am going to use E33. Okay. My lightest, and I'm going to color in my brown spots. So I'm going to leave part of this right here open, because that's how beagles are. And I'm going to bring my ears down. If you guys will notice, I am coloring off the edge of the paper. And I'm going to bring that mark right up. Like that. And there's a lot of different ways that you can color this. Now I'm going to leave a tiny bit of the light color along his ear right here. All right. Then I'm going to come under here and add some color. Back in here. And let's see, he's going to have a little under here. Definitely under here. And I had to go out and Google a beagle. So that I would know how to color the beagle. All right, they normally have darkish gray tails, but all right. Now I'm going to use the same marker again. All right, same marker again. And I'm going to go back and add a second layer with this marker, not over 100%, because using a Copic marker twice, or any alcohol marker twice, will generally give you another shade of the same color, and it will help you shade without buying more markers. And for more tips like those, go to my YouTube channel and check out the coloring videos. I have tons of them, and more coming as I get time. Okay, so that's our E33. Ready? I'm going to come back in with my E51 again. Okay, and I'm just going to do some circles right here on his belly just so that will help blend what I just put here. See how it's doing that already? Right? And I'm going to do that on his little snout so it helps it blend. Okay. And there. Now I'm going to add just a bit more of this just along the bottom. Okay. Then let's take our E35. And I am going to, now you're going to be very careful with this because this is getting a bit darker. And down in here is where it's going to be, have the most shade, right? And up behind his eyebrows. And down behind his ear. Okay, I'm going to go over that again one more time, but using less of the paper to do it so I get a really good shade. All right, go under here for sure. Okay, back in here. Okay, he's coming together, isn't he? Yay. Now I have got an E37. We are going to use this very sparingly, okay? Very, very, very sparingly. See, we want to make it look deeper right in here. Definitely back behind his head. Okay, see? Now we're not doing all of it, we're just doing under the eyes where there's these little shades, back in by the ear, and definitely under his collar. To watch my time. Okay. I think we have till 10:45. All right. Alrighty, got him. Look at him. Look how cute he is. I'm going to come back in with a W3. Now this is a W3, okay? And if you get stuck, Paula just made a really good comment. Go to our Pinterest page too. We've got a lot of stuff on our Pinterest page. Lots and lots of ideas. Karina works tirelessly on that. I'm going to use this to do his collar. Let's see, we'll do that. And I do believe I'm going to use a C5 to do his nose. And then we'll do his eyes, and we'll get to moving on to the little dachshunds. Yep. Now let's do his eyes. Now, okay, you could make them any color you want. If you want to make them a hazel color, you can make them a hazel color. You can make them green. You can do whatever. Yes, I realize beagles don't normally have blue eyes, but mine are going to. So, okay, so watch this. This is how we're going to do him. Going to do that. Just bring it out around that side, right where the dot is. Bring it around there. Okay. Then that was my B00. Then I'm going to take a B04, and I'm going to go just in the corner here and along the bottom. And I'm going to come back with my B00, and I'm going to push that out just a little bit so it blends really well. All right, look at him. And I'm going to use my C3 to do my shadows, okay, because there's always overshadow. So he's going to have overshadow under his neck. And this is a gray marker on top of the color. So if you'll notice, it doesn't really give you the gray. It just gives you a really nice shadow. Okay. Oh, is there such a thing as blue-eyed beagles? He's going to have some shadows under his legs. We'll see. So there. Then a little shadow here and a little shadow around his, there we go. And under his eyelids, right there and there. Look at that. All done. Boomer. All right, we're going to put Boomer in the middle of our circle. And just like that. Love him. And for these big-eyed characters, glossy accents is so important. I'm going to put some zip dry on here. And I'm going to put that right there. And if your zip dry pushes out on you like that, that's okay. Just rub it off. It's rubber cement. Okay. And then, whoops, see, it squirted out there too. It really does just rub right off. I love this stuff. I wish I owned the company, but I don't. All right. And then he is going to go right here. We're going to put him right in the center, but only glue him to the top of this piece. I'm keeping my thumb there so I know not to glue past that. And there we have it, you guys. That's our first card. Ta-da! Easy peasy. Simple, huh? All right. Now, moving along, let's do this one. This one's so easy. It's got our little dachshunds, and there's 4 of them to color, but they are so simple. I'm going to do them first and show you guys since we're on this little coloring kick. Check this out. This is Woody and Hazel. You guys know Woody and Hazel. The same colors for Riley is what I'm going to use for the little dachshunds. Okay, so watch this. So in your kit, we already have them cut to size for you. All right, so we're going to grab our E33. All right, and I am going to go over absolutely everything except the eyes, because these are reddish blondes. My E33 is getting low. Alright, I may have to go grab another one, you guys. Very embarrassing, but I'm going to have to, because this one is out and I have got to have this color. Okay, please talk amongst yourselves while I go grab another marker. Ah. La 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 la, I'll talk to you while I'm doing this, if you guys can hear me. So sorry about that. Hopefully those of you guys that are watching this on video later, just fast forward through that. So sorry. Okay, I grabbed several just in case. Alrighty, let's continue on. We're gonna just color all of these in real quickly. If you notice, I go off the edge. Yes, I do. Because can't talk and go around something like that. Hang on. Right around the eyes, around her little nose. But I go off the edge, and you'll notice that I do this motion a lot, these circle motions. And that is because it helps it blend better. So I'm going to go around. This is Hazel Jean, for those of you guys that don't know. But I go off the edge so that it gets the border as well. I use E33 a lot for a lot of stuff. And for those of you that use Olos, I am going to try to start incorporating them in the videos with Olo colors and Copic colors because I really like the Olo markers. And Copics are getting very difficult to get. All right. A good source for your Copic markers is you can buy the E33, E35, and E47 for the Riley colors on our website. But if you want additional Copic, Sketch, or Chow, Gary Berlin has a really nice selection. They have all of them. Okay, so now they're all colored in, right? So now I'm going to use the same marker, E33, and I'm going to come back in and I'm going to start doing some shading. So it's pretty much going to be most of everything. All right, I'm going to leave some lighter spots where the light is going to hit him. See how easy that is to give it a nice, more saturated layer? See the difference? Isn't that nice? Okay. I'll go over this guy one more time. This guy, she's not a guy, it's Hazel Jean, for crying out loud. So Hazel is the short hair, and she's a sassy little thing, and she's a real dog, believe it or not. Woody and Hazel Jean, the dachshunds. So, I'm going to leave a little bit of the white at the top of her ears, okay? And bring the rest. It's going to all have a second color. And then the E35 is going to give us all of the shading that we want. Okay. Alrighty then. Now I'm going to get my E35, okay? Yeah, you don't have to stay in the lines. That's why you cut them out and then you color them, because then you can color off the lines. So now I'm going to use my E35 to do some shading, okay? So obviously the light is coming straight on her because she's looking down, right? So most of her ears is going to be that light color, but she's going to have shading underneath. I'm going to give her some color because she is a darker red. But everything underneath is going to be a little darker. The top of her nose won't be. So I'm just going to brush that in real carefully from the sides like that. And then back along the back will be. Now, see how it looks kind of splotchy? That's okay, because we're going to come back with our 33, right? And we're just going to blend those back out. See that? Pretty easy, huh? Then I'm going to take my E37 and I'm going to come in down by the paws and down around the edge. Definitely her lower lip. Okay, and then back just a little tiny bit right along this back line here. And a little bit in that little crease. Fun, huh? Okay, moving along to the other three. I'm going to use my 35. I'm going to come under here and do most of this. Okay, back in behind there, in her ears, leaving a little bit on the top, a little bit on the top. I'm not going to go over the bridge, but I'm going to come down under here. Okay. And a little bit in between the eyes. And just like the last one, I'm going to come back in with the 33 and blend it back out. And then I'm going to come in with the 37 and add the shading. So we're going to go where her ears would go. And if you have problems with shading, you guys, all it takes is a little practice of what to look for. So grab any photograph you have, grab anything that you have at your house and just take a look at it and really make notes to see where the shadows are. Okay, so if you're looking at my hand right now, there is a shadow here. Can you see that? Right? The light's coming from up here, so the shadow is under here. Here's the shadow of the marker because the light is coming from this angle. A lot of people struggle with lighting. Okay, I'm going to do a little there, and then I'm going to use my there. My E35, blend that back out nice and soft. And finally, I'm going to bring my E33 and come back and blend the whole thing. Just like that. Easy, huh? And two more. This was a lot of coloring, so I'm really hoping that we are going to have time to get it all done. Alright, put a little more shading there behind her eyes. Okay. Little tiny bits of the E37. Little teeny weeny tiny bits. And let's see, I'm going to take my 33 and go back and shade it all out. Or blend it all out, I mean. Sorry about that. Two, three down. Yay. Okay, and Woody is a lot more fun, and you don't have to be as specific with him because he's a long hair. So you just have to make sure that you get your shades right. So we're going to take 35 and come in and shade under where his little furs would be. And under his chin. And I'm going quickly, you guys, because I only have a little bit of time left. He's so cute. Such a cute little pup. Alrighty. I think I'm going to add a bit more to the bottom of his ears. There we go. And then my 37 I'm going to use very, very, very sparingly with him. Okay, just very sparingly under his chin, down in his ears because we don't want to make it look splotchy, right? It's back in here, down along the bottom, maybe in between his eyes. Back in there. And then I'm going to use my 33 and blend it all back out. Now there are lots of different ways to use alcohol markers, and I would highly suggest that you find your way, okay? Just your way. Watch a bunch of different videos, okay? Do a bunch of research and, figure out how different people color, and then do it your way. So now I'm just going to take my C7 and I'm going to put their noses in. Okay, there we go. And we'll use the blues to do their eyes, same way. Okay, so we're going to follow this little guy. So this one, she's looking there. And let's do this here. It's looking sideways. Yeah. And there it's going to be in the center. And you're just going to kind of follow the shape of the eyelid. This one, he's going to have big old blue eyes. She. And Mr. Woody, we're going to give him little eyes. Okay. Come back in with your darker blue. And do just a little bit in the corners, remember? Right here. And that's just to give it depth. That's all you're doing, and you're using a very teeny tiny amount. I'm barely even touching the paper. Okay. I'm going to come back in with my light blue. And just shade that in so it's nice and blended. Okay, let's make a card, shall we? So on this card right here, the folds are very easy. It pretty much does it for you. Again, another, the paper cut fold. So look at that. It does it automatically for you, just as simple as it gets. Everything fits right in with your zip dry. Now I am going to have some of these kits from the cruise that I'm going to put on the website. I did this class on the website as well. Or not on the website, what am I saying? On the cruise, I did this class. Okay, if your zip dry gets stuck, because it will, it's rubber cement. All you have to do is just squeeze the top and pull it out, throw it away. So I'm going to put this in here. Alright, find my sentiments. Actually, we can do these green pieces. They're nice and handy. Put those on there like that. Okay. Let's see. And one more. That little green spot will go away, I promise. Okay, guys. Let's see, what time is it? Whew, I have 20 minutes. Not sure I can do this, but we're going to give her a heck of a try, okay? This piece goes on the inside. And if I'm going too fast for you, all you have to do is pause. See, I'm using my zip dry and get that all just like that. Okay, so that's going to fit there. These I'm going to hold for just a minute. I'm going to do this piece. Just like that. And that's going to go there. Like that. Now, this piece goes right here, but I want to make sure that you can't see it. So I'm going to do that. Alright, just like that, so you can't see it. Then we'll take this piece and we are going to put it on the front. Like that. You guys still with me? Pretty sure you are. Okay then, so we are going to put the 3 little dachshunds on here. One is going to sit just like that. She is going to sit just like this with her little ear hanging over, right? And this one is going to be popped up. But we need to give her a little mouth, don't we? Forgot to color her mouth in. Alright, so these pieces. Now, I put them to where he was in the middle and she got both top billings there. So, this is going to fit right in there, just like that. Okay. And we're going to glue that down. And what I'm going to do here is this, just to save a bit of time. Because I can go real fast. Alright, we're going to stick him in the middle. We are going to put her down here. And that is going to go right in there. Okay, we're almost there. You have a piece of ribbon, and we are going to wrap it, and we are going to tie it in a knot, not a bow. Okay, tie it in a little knot. Then you have this little piece of Yappy Birthday. All we're going to do is this, that. I'm going to use my scissors. I did this before and poked a hole in my hand. That is not a KB card base. Cindy, this card base is from the paper cuts. All 3 of these card bases, I believe, well, the other one's just a regular one. So now I've got a little hole. You can use a hole punch. I don't have one handy. But there's a little piece of twine in this kit. We're going to thread that right through the little hole. And we are going to tie a little knot. Hold on a sec. Before we do that, we're going to thread it through here and then tie a little knot. Okay, just like that. I'm going to snip off the edge of that. And with this, I'm going to take just a tiny piece of foam tape and pop it down. You can leave it flapping around if you want to. Okay? Let's see. Just a tiny, tiny bit. Using my correct scissors. I'm just going to put that just like that. Okay? Then I'm going to tie my bow. Just like this. Woo! And this card is finished. Pull it out. Pull it out. And there we go. Ta-da! What do you think? Except Woody didn't get glued down real well. Alrighty. And there's your card. Ta-da! Fun, huh? Alright, one left. I have 15 minutes. You think I can do it? I'm pretty sure I can do it. Okay. I'm pretty sure. But I did want to show you how to color wood because it is so easy, you guys. Really simple. I may get the woodpecker done, I may not, but I am going to do the pieces of wood for you. So this card is extremely simple. It's fold it in half. All right. Then let's see. I've got to have my photograph here so that I know what I'm doing. Okay. You're going to take this brown piece. And the reason that I put a solid brown piece is because it makes the frame pop just a bit more. All right. So I'm going to do this. We're just going to glue it on. And if I can't remember who is next after me, go ahead and start your video with me going. If I go over, please go ahead. All right. You guys can jump. At least the video will be out here so that you will have it. You can come back and see it. So this piece we are going to use in a little bits. All right, let's color the wood. Well, let's get these two pieces out of here. Not more. All right. So now we're going to do the wood. Super simple. You can start with any color of brown you want. I usually use an E33. The great thing about wood is that you do not have to be specific in anything you do. Yes, Joanna, I'll do a woodpecker coloring video. So what we're going to do is we're going to start from the bottom, either side, and all you're going to do is literally do random lines up and down. There's no blending, no coloring. Just keep your lines within that particular branch. Okay. And you guys thought this was going to be hard, didn't you? Nope. It's really easy to do wood. All right, see? Look at that. So simple. We'll do this one too. Yeah. Very specific. I got zip dry. All right. Now, we already know, right, that we can use this marker a second time and it will give us a deeper color, a deeper tone of the same color. So I'm going to take my E33 again, but I'm only going to go over it in less random, more random. I'm not going to use it as much. Okay, just a couple times. Right down here. All right. Then I'm going to put that away. And I'm going to go to my next darkest color, which is E35. Okay. And then I'm just going to try to follow my little lines in the wood, but I'm always going to start from this bottom, okay? This is where your shades are going to be. So you always want to do that. You don't have to do all of them from there, but you definitely want to do some of them and along the edges because that's where your shading is going to be. There's a little hole right here, so we're going to make that random. And then I'm just going to randomly follow those lines. There's going to be some here. And then this is behind, so there's going to be a shadow there, right? And then this edge too. And I just keep turning this frame and working from the edge. And you can do that too. Make a little knot. Okay. This is going to have a little, and this is behind. So we're going to go behind there. Just like that. Isn't it amazing how easy this is? Super simple. From the edges again, random. Super easy. It does not get any easier than this, right? Then I'm going to take an E37 sparingly, okay? I'm going to go along the outside edge, not the whole edge, just the outside, just randomly like that off the side of the paper. Okay. Then I'm going to bring a couple in. All right, just like that. Maybe a random there, random there. Definitely behind this edge, and you can draw yourself a little line if you want, so that you know to flick out from that line. And they're not all going to be the same length. That line, I'm going to go right under the edge there, back in here, right along that line. And there, bring some up here, definitely back in here. Just along that edge. There we go. That's as easy as it is, you guys. It is so simple. And literally, you're just doing chicken scratch. That's all it is. Chicken scratch. We're done. Okay. Then let's go ahead and we're going to pop this on top. I'm going to show you how to put it on top of a wood frame. Okay. We're just going to put foam tape along this edge. Along this edge. And the reason I'm doing this and not coloring is because I want to show you how to put this behind it. Alrighty. 7 minutes. I don't know if I could color the woodpecker in 7 minutes, but I'm going to try. I'm thinking it's not going to happen. But I'll do a video and you guys will do that. So I'm going to lay this right on top. Doesn't really matter where. And then with my scissors, I'm going to go back in behind the frame. And look at that. I'm just going to trim it off. This. Make sure I get it trimmed real well. And then this piece is going to sit however you choose. Here. I think I'm going to sit this here. Okay? Just like that. And we're just going to glue it on. Alright. Just like that. Put this here. Now, the way that I did I am not going to have enough time to get this finished, guys, and I don't want to go on top of anybody else's time because that's so rude. So I'm going to show you how I did the woodpecker. For his little blankie, I didn't want just to color it in. I wanted to make it a little plaid blankie, so I stamped the woodpecker onto here. Actually, this is printed, but you can just stamp it on a piece of this, and then all you're going to do is just cut it out and then glue that right on top after you're done coloring. Okay? Ooh. What link isn't working? The special? The March special. Great. Okay, Karina, the link is not working. Alright. So there is the blanket. You guys know how I hate about fussy cutting, right? But that's just going to sit right on top of there. And if you stamp it, then you're going to get your lines too. So let me show you how I do the woodpecker. I used C3, C5. I grabbed all my C's. And I'm just going to come in. I'm not going to do the green grass because I'm not going to have time. But I covered the whole entire eyelids, everything with gray. He's really easy to color. Alright. La 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 la. Because a lot of him is white. Okay, so that's it. I'm going to grab my C5 come back in from the base. And I'm going to go over most of this, but I just wanted that C3 to give me the shading, the light shades right up there. And I'm going to leave just a little bit of that up in here. Okay. And I promise I will do a woodpecker video this week. So then the next color I'm going to grab is a C7, and I'm just working my way down. Okay? So now I'm going to start from the bottom with my C7 and color about half of it, because he is really dark gray. That's what I want you to see the most, but I'm not going to do his eyelids. Okay, see, he's taking shape already, isn't he? So I'm going to come back with my C5 and blend this. And blend this up here. Do a little bit on his eyelid. Then for the red, I used these two. Okay, I used R46. I think that's it. And then I'm going to come back in with an R89. See? Easy. Woo, 3 minutes. But I'm going to take one of those minutes. I'm going to stop. So I'm just going to be able to do his beak, which is super easy. It's all YR15. And his feet. Okay, do that one color one more time. Bring in a little YR16 under there for the shadow, down under his feet. Glue this little bad boy on. And you guys know how to color with the green. You guys know how to shade. And whoever gets this card, it will be colored in for you. I promise. Then that is just going to sit here on your card. This string is included in your kit. You're going to punch 2 holes and tie the string around there, and then you're going to put foam tape on it and only attach this piece. Okay, so it's going to attach right here. And I apologize if I would have had my my proper markers that weren't dried out. Let me see if I can be, oh, blessed enough, look at this, to get this little hole right here. So you have 2 pieces of twine. We're just going to thread them through. I'm not going to have enough time to do this, but you guys will get it, right? Right? So then you're going to tie a knot, slip that through, glue that there, and this guy glues here. Yes! Okay, now the reason that I'm stopping early is because I want to show you guys what you need to come back for at 11:45, and that is my Tanya's Take Kit that I am doing for the Karen Burniston line, okay? This was in your kit. This is the card that was in the kit. All right, you got everything you needed to make this amazing trees pop-up card, right? Look at that. Fabulous. But my take on this card, yes. Here's my take on this card. Okay. Same tree on the front. We're going to use a magnetic flap to open it up. And it is the cherry blossoms. I have a little catch. I'm going to show you how not to do that. It's the cherry blossoms. Isn't this beautiful? So this is what I'm going to show you guys how to do at 11:45. Ah, thank you. All right, I'm going to finish coloring this card. I'm going to glue in a few cherry blossoms, and I'll see you back at 11:45. Thanks for joining me, everybody. Have a good day. Have a good crafty day. Bye.